Right, back to it with the printer going off in the background. So professional. So, where were we? Were we at Lord British Castle? Yes, we'd finally found him, and we were going to talk to Sherry, weren't we? I remember. It's a very large mouse with an air of superior intelligence, who's somehow missing the bow around her neck. Avatar, she exclaims, I cannot believe that. Here, Slegnor. Why, do you not remember Sherry, Slegnor? Well, I remember drinking sherry. I mainly assist Nana in the royal nursery during the day. Watch the children alone in the evenings while Nana has dinner and goes out for her fellowship cult meeting. Other times I run around the castle looking for mouse food. Children are so much fun. I like to read them their favourite story. Happens to be Lord British's favourite children's story too. He read it to me, those many years ago. Do you want to hear the story? It's called Hubert's Hair-Raising Adventure. Yes. Sherry stands on her hind legs, takes a deep breath, and then recites, from memory, very, very fast. Hubert the lion was haughty and vain, and especially proud of his elegant mane. But conceit of this sort isn't proper at all, and Hubert the lion was due for a fall. One day as he sharpened his claws on a rock, he received the most horrible, terrible shock. A flaming hot spark flew up into the air, came down on his head, and ignited his hair. With a roar of surprise, he took off like a streak away through the jungle to Zamboozy Creek. He leaped in kersplash with a shower of bubbles, and came bobbing up with a head full of stubbles. At first he just stared with a wide open mouth at the cloud of black smoke drifting off to the south. Then he felt with his paws just back of his ears, and suddenly realised the worst of his fears. I'm ruined, he shouted. Oh, what will I do? I'd rather be dead, or go live in a zoo. And if anyone sees me, oh, what a disgrace. I'd better discover a good hiding place. The end. It's much the same as it was when you were last here. There's been a bit of remodelling. Yeah, it's actually kind of the same. After all, it has been 200 years since you were last here. I believe Lord British is a storeroom with quite a bit of equipment inside. It's not a chance to meet them. They're the most wonderful and amusing children. I've had to change them. Cheese is my favourite. If you ever have cheese to give away, I'll gladly eat it, but I'll generally eat most anything. Do you have any cheese for me? No. Too bad. If you do find any, please use it to stave off hunger rather than travelling all the way back to feed it to a mouse. Right. There is a storeroom and I can't remember how to get to it. It's on the roof. That must get really annoying every time you walk in that room. Like, if you're looking for something and you start going to a room and then, oh, hang on, no, it's over there. Imagine that playing every time you walked in. And you're like, I wasn't even coming in. Right, Weston. Here he is. You see a thoroughly disheartened young man who's miserably languishing behind bars. Name. I am Weston. Job. I have none, so long as I live here to rot in this prison. Job is to pay for the crime you have committed. Shut up, guard. My crime is stealing apples from the royal orchards. This I did, and I admit it freely. If given the same circumstances, I would do it again. Aha, not only an unrepentant criminal, but also a potential professional thief. Looks like this one has ended up in the right place. Just the nick of time. Shut up, guard. I'd offered to buy them at first, but Fig, the caretaker of the orchard, set an exorbitant price, which I certainly would have pocketed for himself. So yes, I admit to stealing them. See how the common criminal blends his type of immoral behaviour on others, all while denying it himself. This one is irredeemable, he is. I'm not from Britain, my lord. I'm from Paws. Yeah, another reason why I believe it can be trifled with. This prisoner's from Paws. I bloody knew it. To his credit, he was in town nearly an entire day before he saw something. For a sitting pause that is as honest as they come. Pause is a town where thou must feel the icy grip of poverty about thine hat. Oh, bloody hell. Now I suppose he's going to go and tell us his whole pathetic life story. Because I wait until I get out my handkerchief so I do not interrupt thee with all my wailing. Do not wish to bemoan my fate, but my family lives in Paul's, my Felina, my child Cassie is starving, I came to Britain to get food for them. Oh no, don't go bring up poverty as an excuse as why it's turned to crime. My father was so poor, he and his family had to eat dirt, but he still raised me proper. Beat the stuffings out of me if ever so much as imagined I did anything wrong. I can tell you that. Though there are fools who will speak otherwise, the people of Britannia are being crushed by the vicious tyranny of the class system. While few have more than they could ever enjoy, there are many who go to sleep hungry every night. My wife and daughter, to name two of them. Oh, that reminds me, it's nearly time for a meal break. The trout is supposed to be delicious today at the farmer's market. I'm certain Lord British is just a fair ruler. He must be quite unaware of all goes on in his kingdom. Surely he would not tolerate iniquity. Alright, that's enough noise out of thee. All day yakety about awful, terrible class system. Well, the next thing you know, you're saying that society is to blame for thy crimes. No, not a word from anybody about any preaching for keeping the laws and order. No, of course not. But all the pity in the world for the dangerous lawbreakers who are a real threat to society. Will you speak to Lord British about me? I bet he's completely unaware of my case, please. Will you speak with him? Yes. Oh, thank the fate and the fates of my wife and daughter in their hands. Fools. Fools like our good friend the guard, who always believe that nothing has changed in Britannia for over 200 years. We can live our lives as if all our problems do not exist. Say to thee that people like this cause our problems in the first place. Don't mess for myself. I admit my guilt. My life's not only belongs to myself, it belongs to my wife, family as well. But then they'll suffer unbearable hardships, such as they might not survive. Pause. Thriving most of the coastal village, but Britain grew larger. Most of the local businesses moved there. Became a farming town. 7-year drought gave us a lashing that we've been yet to recover from. My only regrets are that I did not try to steal something bigger, and I did not get away with it. Nice. He gives basket of fruit free to the fellowship without Lord British's consent, I am quite certain. Should not listen to his obvious slander, Lord. It's hearsay. He's a tough-looking palace guard who takes his job very seriously. I am a guard. The man looks you up and down for an ignoramus. I am a guard for the palace, idiot. You should go about thy business. I don't know, he could be some escaped mental patient, for all we know. Keys. Nope. Isn't the only problem with the keys. It's trying to find the keys. Still carrying that bucket of water out. I mean, I probably don't need those 2 keys to be honest, but what the hell? God, she gave me a copy of the tax thing. Hang on, where have I got the glasses from? Genuinely, where have I got the glasses from? Oh. He was serving wine, wasn't he? Charles. Yes, you see. Over the moons. That's the ship's deed. Where's the fucking key? Or is this not the storeroom? Is it the other storeroom? Maybe the other storeroom. I'm sure there's 2 towers. God, castle absolutely drops the frame rate. That's the one I could never figure out how to get into. Get the musket. Where did he say the storeroom key was? Did he say it was in his room? Oh no. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, thankful. Ah! The royal underwear drawer. Everything an avatar should know about sex. And it's blank. Law British. Key to the Black Gate. The pages bound within this book contain well-documented clue information from the invaluable sources at Origin Systems. It kind of looks like that. That's strange. How weird. I can't remember. Let's light you up. Yeah. Or not. Since they apparently cast no light. You're there, King. Weston. Lord Birch listens to your story about Weston. He looks concerned. Do not recall this case. Let me check. Imprisoned for the theft of one apple from the royal orchards. Ludicrous. Someone must have usurped mine authority and must consider this man pardoned. Pardoned. An investigation will commence immediately into the circumstances surrounding his arrest and this fellow Fig. My thanks to thee. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Right, job. Batlin. Headquarters. Britannia. Castle. The only man in the entire complex is that damn nursery. I will not go near that place. Kings and dirty diapers do not mix. Great Council taught me to implement in the nursery after some of my staff started having families, although it was probably a necessity. I should pretend it does not exist. Well, things are indeed fine. It's the people I'm concerned about. There's something wrong in Britannia, but I don't know what it is. So something's hanging over the heads of Britannian people. They're unhappy. You want to see it in their eyes. There's nothing that is unifying the population since there's been peace for so long. Perhaps so as to determine what's happening. I employ that you got amongst people, watch them in their daily tasks. Greet them, work with them, break bread with them. Perhaps they need someone like the Avatar to take interest in their lives. You're not going to talk to me about the thing anymore, right? Seen our friend rarely over the years. I understand he's been spending most of his time intrinsic. Hello, yo. How about that? And well, my liege, good to see thee. I've not seen that one since I knighted him. Typical. I give the man a favour and he disappears. I heard he might be in Jellum. Rascal does not come around very often, though. I understand spends most of his time in Britain these days. I need to pick him up. I've not been down there in many years. Something happened there. Oh, yes. A murder. Nothing much. A murder. Intrinsic. I've heard nothing about it. Are you investigating it? Yes. Very good. Please me, I'm concerned about people. Now as I mention it, I have heard reports of other similar murders in the past few months. In fact, there was one here in Britain 3 or 4 years ago. The body was mutilated in ritualistic fashion. Apparently there is a maddened killer on the loose. I have no doubt someone such as the Avatar can find him. Let's go Sunny, an assumption on my part, but that I'll have to work with unless I've already uncovered some useful information. The crown jewel. I'm afraid I can't possibly know of every ship that comes through our ports. You should check with Clint, shipwright. Hook. A man with a hook. No, I don't recall ever meeting a man with a hook. Don't recall many details. Should ask Patson. Yeah, Jelum. Rather violent place by all accounts. Not had the pleasure of visiting quite a while. Eid. Don't forget that I have the power to heal the one bit of magic that still seems to work for me and could probably provide it with equipment and spellbook equipment. Well, considering my equipment, keeping the locked storeroom at the castle, will find the key in my study. The western end. It was the study, not the bedroom, right? Consider it something of a game. Yes. Ale. May. Ale. Yes. Ale. Spark. Ale. Yes. YOLO. We're all badly wounded. Everyone's badly wounded. Bye. Right, study. Western side. Oh, God! That must be the study. It's the only room without a bed in it. Yes. Get up on that roof. I have no idea what that clave noise is. What it's supposed to be. Huzzah! Right. So we have got dope spellbook. Money. Won't fit. I don't get why that keeps saying won't fit. It clearly will fucking fit. Yellow can carry all the cash. Which apparently doesn't stack now. Party gold 0. Hey. Oh yeah. Because it does actually help if you pick the gold up. Right, reagents won't fit. That's bull. Something seriously wrong with backs. Why is it saying that? I can't have more than 2 bags. It just makes no sense. Oh, God damn it. Swamp boots. Spark. Carry the food. It's just actually a bag itself. Just look. Be entertained. What? I wasn't actually doing anything. Oh, did I somehow misclick it? Yes, I somehow turn the ale barrel on. And it licks onto the floor and they all complain. There must be a lever for that somewhere. that used to appear on the floor? Have I just drunk a bucket of ale? Yep. Good old bucket of ale. So, save that. So we can cast Awaken, Weather, Douse, Fireworks, Thunder, Ignite, Help, and Glimmer. They don't cost anything. First circle, cast Cure and Light. Second circle, Fire Blast. Third circle, Heal. And that's about it. That's not about it, that is it. Right. Ah. Do I have to tell Weston he's free? Apparently not. He's already gone. So, day and night's kicking in. Street lighting. So you'll find as well that what? No, not. I'm sure there would be if there was anybody here. It's a music hall. Ugh. I must run. Must. I'm late for the fellowship meeting. Well, you're not, because you're here. Ceremony begins as Batlin stands before the gathered fellowship members. The hall fills with thunderous cheers. Boo! Look at him with a mixture of awe and sheer adoration. Batlin stands and basks in the warm reception for a moment, a triumphant smile on his face. With a slight gesture of his hand, the crowd becomes quiet. It's good to see you here this evening. Oh, it's so boring. Surely you make me feel proud to be part of what we lovingly call the fellowship. There is another eruption of applause. And be glad, for thou hast walked with the fellowship. People of Britannia live in favoured stride of illusionary thoughts and emotion, but those who look upon here tonight are seekers of what is good and true in the world, the walk the path which leads to becoming truly cognizant. But how dost thou find thy way? Ask any fellowship member and they will tell thee the path of complete awareness is easy to find. One supplies one's life to the triad of inner strength. The triad of inner strength is a series of 3 values that can bring the mind to a perfect state of sanguine cognition. The first value is strive for unity. When the totality of the people of the world want to accomplish something, then it becomes done. Thus, once the people of the world all strive towards the same ends, there's nothing that's impossible. Just think of it. World where any dream can be fulfilled, any good can be achieved, but as I can see plainly by looking at our unsaid society, when the people of the world are disunited, it's a miracle that anything gets accomplished. Second value is trust thy brother. Now surrender to thy fear, prejudice, and suspicion. Look to thine own self. For others to question anything, question thyself. The world is a place where the values of nature are at work. Protect it every second without thee even realising it. What canst thou accomplish on this world if thou spend all our time questioning thy brother? Is he working as hard as I? What are his true motivations? As thou dost waste thine energies wondering, he sees thee and starts wondering these same things about thee, thus the world diminished. The third values worthiness precedes reward. There is not one among us who is without desire. Much of the misery in the world can be traced to unfulfilled desires, but one moment, why does thou desire why does thou deserve what thou desire? Most people get what they are worthy of in this life. If thou art not worthy of thy desire, then you should not be surprised if their desires are unfulfilled. Many long for things they do not really want. What they really desire is worthiness itself. I've just told thee all that thou need to follow the trial of in strength. The lessons are simple. The true measure of thine understanding comes to how absolutely thou will apply them to thy life. Now thou knowest all that thou ever need. Thou dost not need the arcane knowledge of a dying art of magic. Thou dost not need the insecure hand of a healer and his limited knowledge. All that wilt ever need is continuously seek out the best in thyself and live amongst those that would do the same. Only then art thou truly walking with the fellowship. Now I think it would be a good time to hear the words from our fellow members. Hear them, share with us how the fellowship has been bringing positive change to their lives. The fellowship has shown me that I was afraid of myself and that I had to open myself up to life's experiences. Here you are, Patterson. The fellowship helps me be more honest with people, apart from the lying. The fellowship has taught me... What's for your face? The fellowship has taught me how to be better for my duties as caretaker of the Royal Orchards. The fellowship has taught me, first and foremost, treat people with respect. The fellowship has helped me put back from the brink of personal and financial oblivion. The fellowship has freed me from illusionary appeals of mediocrity. Fellowship, I am learning that I need to devote my life to a special purpose. The whole ceremony and everyone in it doth give me the willies. Well, it is a sad thing to see so many people have nothing else better in their lives than to blindly following this dubious spiritual leader. From watching Batlin and the others, you get the feeling that the fellowship ceremony is going to last long into the night. Now would be a good moment to slip away without drawing too much attention to yourself. And break into the place while we're here. No, because we haven't got any bloody lockpicks.
You had best not do that, Avatar.
What did that just say? Those are expensive, gender. Did you just call me gender? Once the construction is complete, store the Blackrock in the hold of the Crown Jewel. I will, after I've stolen all your stuff. You want apple? So, I need to talk to Batlin, but... Oh, God. It was boring first time round. Yes, quickly, go. I thought guards went round turning the bloody street lights on. Not the case anymore. They're all at the bloody fellowship meeting. Trainer. Oh, I thought it was a hotkey for the spell, but maybe not. So you got the glimmer spell, which does give you light, but only for a very short amount of time, if I remember rightly. Oh, sorry. See a lean young fighter with a rather dashing flair. My name is Zella. A trainer, especially in hand-to-hand combat. After all, fighter never knows when he might encounter an adversary and suddenly realise he is unarmed. I call it boxing. Boxing is not a method of fighting, it is an art. Every fight should be knowledgeable in the depth of many forms of combat. Theory of combat. Just as a castle is built from foundation up, so must fighter. One cannot simply begin with learning to fight with weapons. Weapons are merely an extension of a person's extremities. A true fighter learns by using those extremities first. Arms, legs, fists. Fighters are made, not born. All the natural talent in the world will avail you not if one does not have the heart and the will to win. Part of that is the courage to seek out their own limitations and strive to better them. All the various arenas of combat and the various styles, not fighting in its purest form. To truly be a great fighter, one must go to the source of all fighting knowledge. Bye. Meow. Oh, another trainer. Archery trainer. Who's got a full suit of plate. Locked away where thieving avatar can't get out. All this free gold, it's brilliant. Two fellowship medallions. One bed. One single bed. Oh God, what's all this? Windy night for the harp. Surely it should be windy night for the trumpet. Huh. Don't need arrows. Oh, actually, we'll need arrows. When we've... What's that behind the door? Oh, shoes. That's it. When we find Shamida, we'll need arrows. And when I say when, I mean if, because Christ knows where he is. Probably in the bar. That's a strange building. Ah, trainer. Oh. Trainer of what? Because there's nothing in there. Will you go away? I'm trying to burgle you. A great, gleeful looking merchant, blah blah blah. My name is Greg. Run the provision shop. Buy. What do you like to buy? I would like to buy a lockpick or 12. Yes. How many would you like? I would like 12, actually. Climbing the mountains, sailing the ocean, crossing the deserts, exploring dungeons, or sleeping in the stars. Just what you need. Everyone needs good luck. Something about the shop, about the items bought here, something about my shop. Something very lucky. Give an example. No. Right. So, actually, I shall save here. Britain. And I didn't realise exactly how late I'd got started, so I'm going to have to go for a bit and be back soon.